Hey guys, happy Baby Name Monday. Welcome round, thanks for swinging by my channel. I have an amazing list today. There are 10 girl names, 10 boy names, and you're also going to get to join in and pick your favourites by playing the classic game. Is it a classic game? I think it is. Higher or lower. So when I say a name, when I say the next name, write it down if it's higher or lower, as in you like it more or less, and then take that name to the next name, higher or lower, next name, higher or lower. You will end up with one ultimate girl name, an ultimate boy name, and these are all names that are predicted to be way more popular in 2021. They are the names that people are pinning on my Pinterest account that you guys are liking here from the name list. So they are basically the cream of the crop from all of our baby name lists that we've done this year. You guys have been involved with them with me, and we've done every single Monday a new name inspiration list here on YouTube. Subscribe if you would like to be involved for 2021. They're not going to stop. And yeah, this is what we like the most. So, and there's no Oliver and Olivia. You'll be happy to know. Those have been the top names in England for so long. I'm in a new location. I'm actually in Sweden. It is a long story why I'm here, but my husband is working over here for a little bit for the festive period. Yes, it's a long story, but I'm in Sweden, that's why I'm somewhere different. So let's get on with the list. So I might start with girls. Let's start with girls. I'm also going to be announcing the winner of my giveaway. So every single Monday during December, I'm giving away a baby name consultation. Like you and me, we can just have a Zoom call and chat about your name list, what names you love, and help you make a decision. Or if we're not naming a baby, you just want to have a little name chat and a gossip about my channel, about yourself, names that you love and stuff like that, we can also do that. So just pop giveaway at the beginning of your comment below. There will be 2 winners this week because last week my video actually cut off before I managed to tell you about the competition, but I still had entries. Well done you guys, and I will be announcing the winner at the end. So for girls, higher or lower, remember. So at number 10 for girls was the name Ember. So this came up on things, this comes up on my winter list, my autumn list. It's got that kind of warmth, it's got that kind of, obviously amber being a kind of, is amber a stone or a gem? Is it one of both? Anyway, Ember, we're really liking it. I think it is a softer version of Amber. Amber feels like quite strong to you. Ember is just really sweet, and obviously comes with the nickname M. It's really nice, it's nature-ish. It means spark or burning low, so it's got loads of hookah vibes, which I should say, seeing as I'm in Sweden. But what do you think of Ember? And then next to that is the name Arella. Arella. So you guys really like the name Arella. I think this was actually one of your suggestions that got tons and tons of likes. And it is a Hebrew name, so a unique Hebrew name. We love Hebrew names. And it means messenger from God. So very original as well, Arella. What do you think of that? Would you put that as higher or lower than Ember? Just keep your top one on your list. Next is the name Winslet. You guys know I love this name. I love the nickname Winnie. I think that Winslet is one of the best names that we have on this channel, Winslet and Winslow. I just love them. I just really have such a soft spot for them. It actually means winds stream, and win often means friend as well when you go right back, like comes from wine as well. Wine means friendship. Don't we know that in lockdown? But yeah, so Winslet actually came up as really high. It sounds really classy. I think it sounds quite classy. I think it sounds as, I know a lot of you, some of you, we love our surname as first name, some of us not so much, but I think Winslet hits a lot of ticks for me. Then it is the classic, not going anywhere, Luna. We're still absolutely loving Luna. It has just been on the rise. The last 2 years came from nowhere. Space names and kind of moon names became really popular. It's also obviously got Harry Potter vibes as well from Lena Loveday. But it is still really up there in terms of coming up. When you guys get a name list, you always really like it. Oh, the sun's coming out, which is quite unusual in December in Sweden. Then Delilah, again, just rising up through the ranks. I feel like this is a very trendy name. I feel like a lot of like celebrities and people that I follow are really into the name Delilah. It's kind of got that darkness to it a little bit, like names like Ophelia. So when I've done a list before, we talked about kind of like modern heroines who are a little bit dark and dangerous. Delilah kind of falls into that from her story of Samson and Delilah, where she discovers how he keeps his strength and then kind of betrays him. So it kind of means temptress. But I think we just love the name. It's just such a pretty one. It's so musical and lyrical, Delilah. Quite hipster, becoming quite mainstream. I bet a few of you are quite gutted about that. Next is this higher or lower? I'm really into it. I wish I were playing this live. If we ever get an event, we'll just do this for a long time. Is the name Linnea. Linnea is actually a Scandinavian name. It is named after a Swedish botanist, Carl Linnea, and it is a small pink mountain flower, also known as the twin flower. But it's really popular with you guys, so it's really nice, unique floral names are how I started doing this channel, because I love floral names and was always after more unique ones than Lily and Rose and Daisy. And Linnea, it is quite hard to say, because it's tempting to say linear, which just means straight, but once you know it, Linnea, you don't forget it because it's so stunning. So is that higher or lower? We've only got a few more. Avalon. Avalon was from my, I think it was even called place names, but mythological places. I think I did a whole list on that. Or whimsical names, whimsical and fairy tale names, Avalon. And I love it. Ava is so popular. It's almost overdone now, Ava, but great as a nickname. But Avalon, I just think sounds so beautiful. It is so of the spirit of Bohemia and everything, and it is the mythological place connected to King Arthur, which has just been an enduringly popular myth that we love, and that has a lot of great moral tales around it, Avalon. But I think Avalon's more wearable than kind of like Babylon or anything like that, and it's also connected to Glastonbury Festival. Glastonbury is supposed to be the place where Avalon was located, Avalon. But yeah, you can tell I love it. I really love it. I feel like I find this hard to get past my husband, but would it be higher or lower on your list? And do play this together if you're pregnant, or get your husband or partner to do it as well. And number 3 for girls, it was a short one, and it's the name Brie. So this was gaining so much popularity over on Pinterest. I think it was like the 3rd most pinned girl's name over there, which kind of shocked me, because it's a 1-syllable name and I've not heard it so much on forums and from you guys just yet. But Brie is rising up through the charts. It actually means noble, and maybe like when we've got Lottie and all those IE endings, maybe the 1-syllable ending is just going to become the next thing. We're seeing shorter and shorter and shorter names as parents start picking them. So we did say a trend for next year would be really, really short 1-syllable names. Brie seems to be the favourite. I love it. Cheese vibes. Who doesn't love cheese vibes? But also nicknames for things like Bridget or Gabriella. So if you have one of those in your family, it might be a nice way of honouring them. Brie. The next one is Ivy. Would you put Ivy higher or lower than your last one that went up? Ivy. It is soaring up the charts, much to a lot of yours disappointment, because you've sort of had it in your back pocket, but it is really newly popular. Ivy. It's a bit like the Isla as well of its year, Luna, a couple of years ago. Ivy is the one that seems to be on most people's name list, and it is so stunning. I wouldn't let it put you off. It's also like a Greek name, and it's also linked to marriage and fidelity, which I think is really, really lovely as well. So it's often used for newlyweds. So if you got married when your baby was there, it would be really beautiful to have a little Ivy there. And the next one, which was actually the most pinned name on my Pinterest account for the year for girls, was Aurelia, meaning golden. I love it. You guys know that I absolutely love Aurelia. It's just been one that I always remember when I first heard it. There's little Evelina in the background. When I first heard it from Love Actually, and I remember whenever I hear a name and then I remember it, I have like memory of where I was when I heard it. I remember Aurelia. I remember hearing Evelina for the first time. I remember hearing the name Finn for the first time. So yeah, Aurelia is one up there. So have you been doing higher or lower? So see which is the one that has stayed on your list right the way to the top. And then let's do the boys list as well. Okay, so boys, boys, boys. What do you find harder, boys' names or girls' names? I found both like equally difficult, I think, but a lot of you say you find it's funny. There's a real divide. I'm really interested to see. So let's do the boys list now, and remember, high or lower. So write the name down. If you like it, the next one more, cross that one out. So you should always just have one on your list, and then write that one in the comment section below. So Spencer is so popular with you guys, for boys and for girls. I have to admit, it's not one that I would have on my own list. I've got really good friends whose last name is Spencer, and I really associate it with Diana. It's really strange, so I wouldn't be on my personal list, but you guys really like it. I do love the fact that it's occupational name, so it means steward, and I must do an occupational name list because I'm really into them at the moment. So Spencer, do you like it? Pop it down, and then see if the next one, which is Oakley, as picked by you guys in this top 10, from your likes, comments and pins. Oakley, I really like it. It is getting so popular now. I wonder if it would even put me off a little bit, because I feel like it is stomping up the charts and just seems so popular. But maybe that's just because I talk about it a lot on my channel. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I do really like it. It means meadow of oak trees. Silas, on the other hand, is next. Silas, and this is definitely on a few trending name lists because it's getting a lot of searches, both here and around the world, and it means wood or forest, from the forest. So like Sylvanian families comes from the same sound as Silas. And I just really do like that, the L and the S sounds. I like the fact that it starts with the S and ends with the S, Silas. And I just think it's really soft and gentle and really, really trendy, but I haven't heard it so much in use. It's more still one of those that's hanging around on the baby name scene. I mean, there's a lot of us. Beckett is next. I love Beckett. I do really like it. I think it would be on my name list for sure. It's got two reasons why. Mainly because it means bee and cottage. Bee cottage, which I just think is so lovely. Just such an amazing name meaning. Always makes me just smile when I hear that name meaning of Beckett. And also because of Thomas Beckett, which is just with the one T, Thomas Beckett. He was very linked to Canterbury, which is where me and my husband actually met and fell in love. So that'd be cool for us. And also Samuel Beckett, so literary tones from a few little areas there. So Beckett, I think, would be up there for me. Elias is one you guys really like. Elias. I do really like Eli as a nickname, always have. Thought it sounds really nice, and it's kind of a little bit different because it's an unusual sound. We don't have it in so many, the Eli, but Elias, which is of Greek origin as well, it says here, but I'm not sure that's 100% right. Apparently it was used by the English Puritans in the 18th century. There was a prophet, Elias, so it's been around for a really long time, so it falls within that sort of nice spot. I feel like it's a Felix kind of area, or an Asher type of area, doesn't it, Elias? Kind of good. And one that you guys really liked, which was really happy to hear, was the name Keanu. So I love the name Keanu. Hawaiian names, I do always look at them to do a full list, but they're so unique. It's hard to sort of find one that's more universal, but Keanu kind of is, because of Keanu Reeves, of course. We all know how to say it, but also with it sounds, we like those K names for boys, so it kind of works around the world a little more. And it means breeze, which is lush. Wren, spelt like this, not the bird way, was really popping. I know he said popping on Pinterest. I feel like I'm saying top of the pops. Japanese meaning water lily or lotus. So really nice. And again, another one of those short, sweet names. Cassian, which has come up on really recent lists. Roman origin. Apparently it means belonging to Cassius, like a place name, but also can mean a nutshell, which I just found now, which I find really interesting. You could have like Hazel and Cassian, and they're both kind of to do with nuts. Which would be, don't know why you would, but you may, that could just be your theme, nuts. Ezra is next, no surprises, Ezra. I know lots of little Ezras being born, and it feels like it's moved from hipster to more mainstream, like Noah did a few, maybe like 10 years ago. Noah did that flip, didn't it? And I feel like Ezra is the same, and I love the meaning of it. It means helper, which I think is just so beautiful for this time of in society and in the global climate. Beaumont, beautiful mountain. You guys were loving that. It was the second most liked one from the channel for the whole year based on your likes and pins over on Pinterest. Beautiful mountain, Beaumont. We talked about it, I'm sure, last week, but it could be Beau, he could be Monty. Really beautiful name. And then the top one was Evander. And again, not so surprised. Evander is in both Roman and Greek mythology. It means good man, so just really lovely meaning as well, and a gorgeous long name. That's sounds poetic, doesn't it? It's very poetic, very lyrical, Evander, very creative and artsy, so, but it could just be Evan as well, or Anders for short. So great choices there from you guys. So yeah, higher or lower, which one peaked out at the top? I will let you know the winner of the giveaway from last week. It is, I've written her down, Kyla McCaig or Kyla McCaig, you are the winner of the giveaway. Please do email me. I will pop my email address in the description box below and I will email you back. We will set up a chat, probably between Christmas and New Year or just after, whenever suits you. Don't forget, I'll be giving away 2 of these giveaways this week, so just pop a giveaway in the comments below. And also, if you want to write your own list, let's play higher or lower. I will play higher or lower on your personal name list below. Thanks so much for watching. Do hit subscribe. Have a wonderful Christmas. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I've got some really fun content coming up for you guys, bonus baby name stuff. Stay safe, stay well. Thanks for the support this year. Much love. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.